Good morning to all my friends and family, and welcome to this episode of Jim's 5am Club. What I'd like to do today is go through another book like I normally do, and today's book is entitled Unschooled: Raising Curious, Well-Educated Children Outside the Conventional Classroom. And it's a book that was written by Kerry McDonald and published on the 13th of August 2019. This is a thought-provoking exploration of alternative education methods and the philosophy of unschooling. The author McDonald advocates for a more personalised and interest-driven approach to learning, arguing that children thrive when they have the freedom to explore their passions. So the first thing that we're going to have a look at and talk about is the philosophy of unschooling. And McDonald defines unschooling as a child-led, interest-driven approach to education. It emphasises trusting children to pursue their own learning paths rather than following a standardised curriculum. The philosophy promotes autonomy and recognises that learning occurs naturally in everyday life when it's allowed to. And we look at the embracing of curiosity, and children are naturally curious. The book underscores the importance of fostering this curiosity in our children, and McDonald argues that when children are encouraged to explore their interests freely, they develop a lifelong love of learning, because curiosity drives engagement and creativity, leading to deeper understanding and retention of knowledge. Learning is then looked at as a natural process, and McDonald posits that learning is an organic process that happens continuously outside the formal education setting, because children learn through play, exploration, and real-world experiences. And this perspective challenges the notion that education must be confined to classrooms and structured lessons. And parents are looked at as facilitators, their role as facilitators. And in unschooling, parents take the role of the facilitator rather than the traditional teacher. They support their children's learnings by providing resources, opportunities, and guidance, whilst allowing them the freedom to pursue their own interests. And this partnership fosters trust and strengthens the parent-child relationship. We look at diverse learning environments, and the book emphasises the value of diverse learning environments beyond the traditional classroom and the traditional schoolyard. And we look at places like museums, nature, and community organisations, and of course everyday life experiences that provide rich opportunities for learning for those who have an eye to see and an ear to hear. Then we look at the concept of personalised education, and McDonald advocates for personalised education that caters for each child's unique interests, strengths, and learning styles. This tailored approach allows children to engage deeply with subjects they are passionate about, leading to more meaningful and lasting knowledge. The author also then looks at developing critical thinking skills, and this book, Unschooled, promotes the development of critical thinking and problem-solving skills by allowing children to explore topics independently, and they learn to ask questions, seek answers, and evaluate information critically, which, according to this author, helps prepare them for the real-world challenges and decision-making. The author then harps on and talks about the importance of play, and we've all been kids, and we're all kids at heart, and know that play still is a very important part of the learning equation. The book highlights the significance of play in learning, and play is not just an enjoyable activity, it is a fundamental way for children to explore, experiment, and understand the nuances of the world around them. And this is where the author talks about unstructured playtime fostering creativity, social skills, and emotional development. The author then looks at the important question of socialising outside of school, and I must admit this is one of my deep concerns about homeschooling, that children don't get to be in an environment or to mix with other children and get a balance of what the real world looks like. But McDonald addresses common concerns about socialisation in unschooling, and he argues that children learn social skills naturally through interactions in varied settings. Engaging with peers in different ages and different backgrounds fosters social development and helps children build meaningful relationships. And the last key point from this book is where the author talks about celebrating individual journeys, because at the end of the day, we're all going to live a different past, a different present, even if we're joined at the hips, and a different future. The book encourages parents to celebrate each child's unique learning journey, embracing the differences in interests and learning paths, and fosters a supportive environment where children are encouraged to feel valued and empowered. And this approach nurtures self-confidence and a sense of identity. In summary, the book Unschooled by Kerry McDonald offers a compelling case for rethinking traditional educational methods in favour of a more personalised and child-led approach by emphasising curiosity, play, and the natural process of learning. McDonald advocates for an educational philosophy that respects children's individuality and fosters a love of learning. This book serves as a guide for parents considering unschooling or looking at incorporating more freedom and exploration into their children's education. It's a tricky topic. I've actually worked with a fellow who was homeschooled, who was very, very bright, very, very clever, and very, very educated. But when it came to his social skills, he was quite awkward and worked as a security guard, working nights on his own, away from people, which for me is a danger sign. Anyway, each to their own. Wishing everybody a wonderful day. Take care and bye for now.